I-16 called the Rata. This is a pre-war design. This was designed by Nikolai Polikarpov prior to World War II. Joseph Stalin commanded Polikarpov to build him a modern fighter. Mr. Polikarpov wasn't doing it quite fast enough, so Stalin put him in prison. And while he was in prison, he came up with the primary drawings for this design. This is the world's first cantilever wing fighter built with retractable gear. And a cantilever wing is an internally braced wing. So if you look at the biplane, it's got all the bracing on the outside. A cantilever wing has all the bracing on the inside, cuts down on drag. So this is the world's first cantilever wing fighter built with retractable gear. And you can see the quite advanced retraction mechanism. There's one wire coming out of each wheel hub, and those are connected to a hand crank in the cockpit. It's 47 cranks to get the gear up, 47 cranks to get the gear down. The Polikarpov first saw combat in the late 20s during the Spanish Civil War. It was obsolete the day it saw combat. It was fighting against German Messerschmitt 109s, the world's first all-metal mono-wing fighter. It could not keep up with the range, it could not keep up with the speed, it could not keep up with the altitude, it could not keep up with the maneuverability. The Russians still managed to use this airplane for about half of World War II.
You know they gave a whole bunch of it or sold it to China.
Yes, yeah. It does have one singular advantage, in that it has 4 7.62 machine guns. Each one of those machine guns has a cycle rate of approximately 1,400 rounds per minute. Yes, operating on what I like to call the golden BB theory. Put enough lead into a given airspace, you're bound to hit something important. One of the unique things about this aircraft is the fuselage is made out of plywood. It's a wooden airplane. The inner part of the wing you see here is metal, but the outer part is fabric. What's that? Yeah.
Why did they go with a 3-bladed prop?
Well, this is kind of, we don't have the original engine on this aircraft. This is the engine from an AN-2 Colt, which is a late 70s design. And you'll notice we have propeller blade number 1, and then over here we have propeller blade number 3. The AN-2 Colt is a 4-bladed propellered engine, so we've capped off the top and bottom propeller blades to get our authentic 2-bladed propeller look. Behind us here, this is the Avro landing capsule.